was in a Los Angeles gang for 9 years. She's now working with a program called Youth Works that helps to get teens out of gangs and into a better way of life. When you were in the gangs, did you have the same kind of lifestyle? Did you carry a weapon? And
exactly the same.
did you do drive-bys and things like that?
Exactly the same.
Have you been injured yourself, shot at?
No.
Stabbed?
I've been beat up, been involved in, fights and lots of those types of things.
And your ex-husband was also in the gang?
Yes, he was.
And he's now in prison?
Yes, he is.
For?
Various things, anywhere from attempted murder, drug charges, the whole gambit.
So you've been listening to our show. Everyone feels a lot of frustration. We're not here to say it's the mom's fault, but everybody did have a reaction when the moms were sort of, especially when this mom, Layla, was giving her daughter money. Her daughter's 14. What's your advice to the moms, first of all?
Well, number one, we don't know the whole story of these mothers and daughters, but there is a relationship between mother and daughters that has always been difficult. When girls get involved in gangs, there's a lot of issues that are not being dealt with. A lot of their needs aren't being met.
By the way, how did you get out?
I got out by leaving the area, but that wasn't enough, because even though I left the area, emotionally I hadn't detached. Because despite everything that you hear about the gang element, it did provide me with a lot of my needs.
What did it fulfill for you?
A lot of emotional needs, the support that I didn't have at home.
That kind of bonding and
bonding is very, very strong.
Yeah.
And these are people that are with you at that time, at least at that time, you feel that they're there for you day in and day out for whatever reason.
Most of the gangs, as I think we all know, are in the big cities, Los Angeles, Chicago. Does that mean at least maybe the first step would be to move?
That isn't always the answer, no.
I've moved. So what is your advice then to the girls? Forget the moms. What's your advice to the girls? They're 14, 16, 17 years old.
Number one,
if they want out, because they may want out now and aren't saying it, they may want out next year. How do they get out?
Number one, they have to be honest with themselves. When you're involved in a gang, you quit dreaming about tomorrow because you don't know if they're going to be there tomorrow. You have to start dreaming of what you want after tomorrow, after a year from tomorrow, because there will be. And the only way to get that is by saying, I want out, and I'm going to do it. But it has to take steps.
What happens at Youth Works when they come to you? And by the way, this is in Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City.
Can you give us a number or anything to call?
539-1590, area code 801.
In Salt Lake if they want to call.
In Salt Lake City. The program actually is a paid employment training program for young people between ages of 14 and 18.
So in essence, you're saying that getting a job is also
They've got to have something that's tangible.
Yeah.
They've got to have something to be proud of.
We'll be back after this.